Hey, do you ever feel like the world is moving just a little too fast? Technology changes overnight, trends come and go before your coffee even cools down. One day you're the mentor, you're the king of the hill. And then the next day you're asking your niece, hey, how do I open this PDF on my phone? But here's the good news. Staying relevant after 50, it isn't about keeping up with everything. It's about keeping connected to what actually matters. Hi, I'm Scott Mullet. Thank you. Yeah, that's too much. Thank you. Okay. Welcome to the Wise Lane, where we focus on money, mindset, modern living for the over 50 crowd. 50, yay, 50, woohoo. Now, you youngins, you are, of course, very welcome too. On this episode 16 of the Wise Lane, we're going to discuss how we can stay sharp, respected, and relevant, even in a world that refuses to slow down. So first, let's talk about that kind of fast forward feeling we have. To me, sometimes it feels like the world's pace has gone from a nice, comfortable jog, yeah, I'm jogging, okay, to jet engine. I blink a few times and voila, there's a new iPhone or Android release or a new social app or there's a game over here. Oh my gosh. And it's not just tech, it's culture and language. There's a whole new world of vocabulary out there. I mean, no cap. I'm not being sus. This episode, it won't be mid. I'm going to spill the tea. Y'all are going to watch and say, slay. That's a W. Did that sound cringe coming out of me? And that's definitely not the relevance I'm talking about, because that wasn't. It's easy to feel like you're standing still while everything else, technology, vocabulary, entertainment, blah, 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 is sprinting ahead. And here's the thing. Feeling behind doesn't mean we're irrelevant. It means, well, maybe we've lived long enough to see those patterns in life. Pattern. That's not voguing. I'm doing patterns. And we don't need to know every trend, just how to adapt when the important ones come around. So let's talk about this myth of you got to keep up. Because somewhere along the way, we started confusing being current with being valuable. And guess what? Relevance really isn't about knowing every TikTok dance or using AI like a Silicon Valley startup. Ooh, look how good I am. Relevance is about resonance. If what you know, say, or share still helps someone, you are relevant. You're speaking in a way that resonates with them. If your experience adds perspective in a world obsessed with speed, you're more relevant than ever. The trick is to stop chasing everything and start choosing something. So, as we often do on the Wise Lane, here are 3 action items that can help keep all of us relevant. Number 1, stay curious, not defensive. I've talked about this in a few episodes, including episode 5. Curiosity keeps your brain young. Defensiveness ages you, just like gray hair or knee problems, which, of course, I have both. So instead of saying, I don't get this new tech, the old one, it was so much better, try, hey, can you show me how that works? Curiosity is a bridge, and the people who walk across it, they stay connected. So number 2 is use both old school and new school approaches. You don't need to become the next generation. Just use the tools you have and be willing to try new ones. For example, we can still write and mail physical letters. Oh yeah. People enjoy communication. And nowadays, receiving a letter from someone, wow, okay, is even more special than it was in the past because, well, we all know it is much more rare. I mean, you can also send emails, but to me, they lack that personal touch that a handwritten note does. And if we want to use more modern tools to share our experience and try to impart wisdom, maybe we can do it through, I don't know, social media posts, a podcast, a YouTube channel like The Wise Lane. And if you go that route, well, hopefully you can reach more people than I've been able to so far on The Wise Lane, but who knows? I think it's worth a try. Look at me. I haven't quit yet, have I? Our messages are timeless. It's only the mediums that change. So number 3 is redefine relevance, right? Relevance isn't popularity, it's usefulness. If our presence adds value, whether that's emotional, intellectual, or even comfort, we matter. Staying relevant after 50 means being the calm voice in the chaos, the one who reminds people what actually matters when that noise gets too loud. What's very important here, become or beware becoming just more of the noise, because it's already really freaking loud out there. And the more noise we have, the less and less people can actually connect. And there is some irony here, because the older we get, the more depth we have, but a lot of times the less confident we might feel in showing it. So what can we do? Maybe we can flip that script. Flip it. Flip it. Flip it good. The world doesn't need more noise. It needs more wisdom with a sense of humor. We've seen cycles come and go. The financial markets, fashion, fads, lots of F. If you think another one starts with an F, put it in the comments, but not that one, right? Instead of fearing the pace of change, there's another F. Realize we've already adapted hundreds of times. We don't need to catch up. We just need to show up. Okay? Okay. So it's time to wrap up, tie with a bow. Staying relevant isn't about proving we still belong. It's about using our experience to connect across generations, ideas, perspectives. The world might not slow down, but our wisdom helps people when we can resonate with them. Resonate. That is our superpower. Don't chase trends, create meaning. That is real relevance. If this episode reminded you that relevance has nothing to do with age, please hit that like button. And share it with someone who needs just a little bit of encouragement today. Maybe? Subscribe to The Wise Lane for more weekly insights about money, mindset, and modern living after 50. Now, this actually will be our last mindset or modern living subject episode for a while, because starting with the next episode, which is number 17, we're going to begin a multi-part series on investing. So please check it out. This subject, investing, is near and dear to me because it's how I made my living. And it's one of the main reasons I was able to retire earlier in life. So, plus, investing, it is a lifelong talent and skill that we should all know. Huh? Yeah. All right. I'm Scott Mullet. Thanks for watching.